Hi, I'm Elizabeth Lee. I'm a surgical registrar and I'm also an NIHR Doctoral Research Fellow in surgical devices and innovation. So my career path has been quite a meandering one, actually, but in my opinion, it's the most interesting. So I graduated medical school in 2010, and initially I wanted to be an oncologist. I wanted to cure cancer. And I got a job as an academic foundation post fellow in Leeds in oncology. But during my time there, I did a surgical job that just blew me away and I loved it. I had great mentors, I had a great set of consultants. And really, I realized very quickly that where my heart lies and what I really enjoyed was surgery. So I had to really change my CV around very quickly and went on to apply for core surgical training and then attained my registrar training job here in Birmingham in the West Midlands. I was still interested in academia and still interested in research, but it wasn't until I joined the West Midlands Research Collaborative as a member that I got exposed to really big scale collaborative research led by trainees and really spearheaded on an international level that was super impressive. I took up the opportunity to take some time out of my career and go into full-time academia and do a PhD. I am working with surgeons that work on a global basis. I work with innovators, with industry, and it really is a very satisfying way to get to uh, where I am today. So what interested me really was how much we didn't know about the big questions in surgery. I guess it's very easy for us to assume that what we do on a day-to-day basis clinically is already backed up by a very good quality and high powered research. But very often it's not actually, because research can be very difficult to deliver in surgery. Unlike in medicine, where perhaps randomized controlled trial, the highest level of research, can be conducted fairly easily with very close, tight controls on a drug, for surgery, it is actually quite complex. Each operation is different, each patient is different, the decisions you make in each anatomy is different. So to conduct things like randomized controlled trials are very, very complicated and difficult to deliver. And so a lot of surgery is based around observation or smaller case series. And the real aim and what we always try to do is to be able to provide high quality, large scale patient level data. And so it's all of these big questions, such as how do we prevent post operative complications? How do we reduce post-operative death? That really intrigued me, and how much impact it really can make, and how much work there needed to be done. And it was certainly appealing to be able to join the global group of surgeons who are working on many different aspects of it, and to really push forward what we do as a whole, as a surgical community. I think the biggest misconception is that every department is revolves around a central professor, or that we are very hierarchical. That is no longer the model at all. Very junior members are able to lead huge projects. We are able to branch off and bring our own individual skills together, and that you don't have to just have a single core set of skills, such as writing a paper, to be a successful academic. There are people in my group who are fantastic graphic designers, who are great at coding, who are fantastic at statistics, or in public relations and able to lead and disseminate teams. So the skill set is more varied than you may imagine. And the misconception is that I must publish, I need to publish papers, but that's not true at all. And the arena has really been blown wide open. So if you have a skill set that you think could benefit research and patients, just consider how this can be applied. And everybody has a unique things that they can bring to the table, and to not write yourself off too soon. So a typical week involves a lot of different activities. There are set meetings with a variety of different projects, and each meeting, of course, is to move it forwards a little bit more. There are some projects at its infancy and genesis, some that are writing up and near the end and wrapping up. And then there'll be also meetings internationally as well, pushing other different projects forwards, and meetings within our inner team as well. Currently, I do a lot of patient interviews for one research project that I do, and I also do clinical work as well. So I see patients in colorectal clinic. Occasionally, I will also teach medical students on the ward, and very occasionally, we also have patient group meetings as well. So focus group meetings for not only new technology we're developing, such as apps, but also on things like feedback for questionnaires or patient information sheets. So a lot of variety, which definitely keeps things very interesting. Definitely the teamwork and the ability to really have close contact with surgeons around the world, with an amazing team of senior and junior academics here, with patients and with medical students. And what is really great is that everyone brings something fresh and new to the table. Everyone can add something different, and everyone teaches me something new. There's always a lesson to be learned. There is always something to discover. And that is, in many ways, the beauty of research, that you are very much on the cutting edge of the unknown, and it is a new experience every single day. There is no repetition, there is no normality, but that really is what brings the most joy. It's certainly no fun without a little bit of jeopardy, and with a very good team, you can have a very rewarding and satisfying career. So uncertainty is part of clinical academic life. And one aspect of dealing with it really is to embrace it. You must embrace it and uh, acknowledge that good things may happen, but bad things may happen too. But they are never failures. You may not get the grant, your paper might get rejected, but the new world of clinical academia means that these failures are not yours. They are everyone's together, but also so are the successes. And the beauty of working with a team is to be able to move things forward and support each member in that way. There's nothing that is certain and 100% in life or medicine. And in many ways, that is what adds the interest to this. That is what adds the variety and to anyone who enjoys challenges. And so, what I would say is to embrace it and celebrate your wins, but do not dwell on any losses. What I would say to someone thinking about a career is to be opportunistic and to keep your mind open. You may have some thoughts or ideas about exactly what you want to do or the areas you want to go into, but it has been my experience that it was the things that I didn't expect, the projects that I got involved with that I didn't realize would go so far, were the ones that taught me the most, that were the most rewarding and interesting. And that you do not need to limit yourself to a certain area. And in fact, it is better if you are exposed to multiple different research fields. So, as a researcher and as someone who's expected to really ask those questions on the frontier, you're not expected only just to make the dots, you're expected to connect them as well. And being exposed to this, reading widely, is really what is the most inspiring for you. So my advice is to keep your mind open and to grab each opportunity.